'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the courses they flew, with sleighs full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and when he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and with the beard on his chin was white as the snow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
'Twas the night before the big day, and I could barely sleep. House was so quiet I could hear my heartbeat. But then I heard a rumble. I wondered, oh, could this be the famous fat man coming down the chimney? Well, I cracked open my door to catch a glimpse of St. Nick. Could hardly see a thing, the smoke was so thick. The driveway filled with flashing red and blue lights. Did Santa trade a sleigh in for a fire truck tonight? Oh, it's a funny story, at least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, a day that lives in infamy. I swear I'm not a liar, my daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire. I wouldn't say that my dad drank much more than most. This time of year, he tend to double his dose. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying it's right, but the Yule log ain't the only thing that was burning that night. Oh, it's a funny story, at least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, a day that lives in infamy. I swear I'm not a liar, Daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire. Now that I'm older and I've settled down, December there's no tree to be found. Plus it helps, I married a Jew, and now she wants a Christmas tree. What am I to do? Well, I told her, baby, I didn't think this would matter. Besides those damn trees, they're a real fire hazard. And I'll have you know the doctor just diagnosed me with a little something called PTCTFSD. That's post-traumatic Christmas tree fire stress disorder. It's a real thing. You can look it up. It's a funny story, at least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, a day that lives in